Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today to talk about a topic I've actually been asked about a number of times, and that's how to be productive with almost zero energy. If you've got an illness like I do, it is so frustrating when your body and your mind do not match each other. Your mind says, let me get all of the things done. And your body says, no. I'm gonna share with you some of the things that I've learned on how to get stuff done and be productive even when you're feeling horrible. And I'm also going to give you a realistic sense of what productive looks like, because there are some pristine homes and, pictures online that give us not the best representation of what a productive person looks like. So we really do need to start off with understanding that what you see online is not real. Even when it comes to my channel, I try to film with a clean background, but please know that I'm probably hiding a mess somewhere. I mean, even today when I was setting up, I didn't want the kitchen to be shown because it's a mess. So I have these lovely flowers blocking my disaster of a kitchen. But know that that's not real, okay? Most homes have messes, unless you are just some sort of superhuman, I don't know. Our house has messes. We have dog toys scattered everywhere with the stuffing pulled out. It looks like a crime scene for these toys. We have dishes piling up in the sink, dishes that need to be taken out of the dishwasher, clothes piling up in the laundry room, blankets that I washed that are still in there. I've got just stuff everywhere, okay? Homes are meant to be lived in. They are not meant to be on display. And I really try to remind myself of that. A happy home is one that you get to enjoy, not one that you just sit and look at. I think another step you need to take in being productive is being honest with yourself. We all have different capabilities, especially when it comes to our illnesses. They are all different. Even if we both have Crohn's disease, yours might look completely different than mine. And we need to be honest about what we are actually able to accomplish and what we're not able to accomplish. I am so fortunate to be fairly able-bodied. I can do most things. I mean, I'm smaller and I don't have a lot of muscle mass and I get worn out easily. So these are the things that I keep in mind, but that might look a little bit different for you depending on what you're able to do and what you have to maybe rely on somebody else to do. Another huge step to being productive is asking for help. And of course, with that comes along a certain amount of guilt. And it's something that I very much struggle with. I have a lovely husband that does way too much, but he helps me so much with getting stuff done around the house. And I do feel bad that I can't contribute more. So when it comes to asking for help, I try to ask for help in a way that it is not taking up too much time out of his day, but it's helping me in whatever task I'm trying to get done. So for example, if I've got my laundry basket down here in our laundry room, it's pretty big and I tend to do a lot of laundry at once. So it fills up, it's really heavy. And one of the things that really kind of knocks the energy out of me is dragging it from like back by the kitchen. You can kind of see the door open, that's our laundry room, and bringing it upstairs to my closet. So I will ask Zach, rather than, saying, well, I can't bring it up the stairs, so can you put my laundry away for me? I say, can you just bring my laundry hamper from downstairs, upstairs, so that way it saves me a little bit of energy. It's a fairly quick thing for him to do, and I can put my clothes away myself upstairs. I completely understand that feeling of guilt though, asking for help. And some people don't have many around them that can help. So I'm trying to be considerate of that. I know we walk different paths in our lives, and I hope that you have somebody you can rely on that, there is no guilt. There is no guilt there, but I think it's just a natural thing to feel, and it's not anything that, Zach is making me feel bad about. It's just knowing that he has to put in extra effort where I struggle to fill in. Another thing that I like to do is I like to make very, very simple accommodations for myself. And they seem so simple that it's almost like, do I really need to take these steps to make, it a little easier on myself to save a little bit of energy? But I do notice a bit of difference between when I don't make these accommodations and when I do. One of the things that I do is I have these stools in our kitchen that go with our kitchen table, and I will sit on them. I'll move them around the kitchen, and whatever task I'm doing, if it's emptying the dishwasher or putting dishes in the dishwasher, making food, whatever, I will bring the stool to wherever I am stationed at, and I will sit my butt down on it and do my task. It doesn't seem like much, especially for somebody like me who, I can get around very easily, but it does save energy. Like the other day I was making bouquets and I sat my butt right on a stool, and it saved a lot of energy, and I actually am very glad that I did that because it was such a busy weekend with Mother's Day and seeing friends that Monday, totally wiped. And I'll share a little bit more about that in just a moment. Something else that I personally found helpful for me, and this might not be for everybody, is I would kind of time block. This is something I started in college, and I found it really helped me when I was studying for my different nursing exams. So if I figured, I had a test coming up, if I figured I needed about 10 hours to study for that test, I would get my planner out and I would draw 10 little boxes, so that way when I go to the library and I would be studying, I would check off each hour that I had been studying. And it felt very accomplishing. It felt very motivating to me to do that because, I don't know, it was like taking one big task, study for test, and breaking it down into little sections that were just more achievable than seeing, on my planner, study 10 hours. That's a lot, and that's overwhelming. But if I did 10 little check boxes and I went to the library for 2 or 3 hours, I could see me slowly getting to my goal. So in life today, that would obviously look a little bit different because I'm not studying for exams anymore, thank God. I can look at a task like, clean the laundry room. That's overwhelming. Have you seen my laundry room? It's terrifying. I'm not gonna show you because I'm too embarrassed, but if my task was to clean the laundry room, I'd probably break that down into smaller sections. Maybe I would say spend 15 minutes on, picking up all of the lint off the floor because that's where I throw it. I know, I'm disgusting. Or 15 minutes for washing the towels. I don't know. But that's how I would do it, and that would help me break down the task, but also feel like I'm checking my boxes. One of the things that I often hear people say, especially with chronic illness, is schedule rest. That's really hard to do because our bodies can be so finicky. We don't often know when they're going to misbehave. It's kind of like you got a 50-50 shot of it being a good day. At least that's how it is for me. So what I like to do if I'm looking at my week, I loosely schedule. I kind of group my tasks in a way that, maybe I have 2 or 3 really great days during the week, and maybe I have a couple of days where I don't feel awesome, and then maybe I have a couple days where I'm just like, ugh. So if I were looking at this week, I would know that Thursday is just not a good day for me to do basically anything. I'm getting IV fluids, and they wear me out. So that day I know is that one's automatically blocked off. But say I'm looking at my schedule and I know I want to film a couple videos like today. I wish I had been able to do them on Monday, but yesterday I just wound up being so tired from the weekend that I said, you know what, we're gonna move the schedule, we're gonna bump the schedule, and when I hopefully feel better Tuesday, I'm gonna film. I like to have days that have a lot of activity in them and also days that don't have a lot of activity, or at least minimal like computer work, stuff like that, because that allows me to swap days around as I need to. It gives my body that flexibility that unfortunately I need a bit of. I can't predict how my body is going to act. I can try as best I can, but I don't always know when I'm gonna wake up feeling like I had been hit by a truck, which was what happened yesterday. The weekend was just, we had such fun. We did a bit of shopping with our friend on Friday, and I got flowers for bouquet making, and that friend stayed overnight and we made margaritas, which were delicious. And we were up late that night enjoying our margaritas and conversation, and slept in a little bit on Saturday, but really not that much. Got up, made my bouquets out. We wound up going to a little diner for lunch. We were out for a long period of time. I actually fell asleep in the car in our friend's driveway. We were dropping him off and I fell asleep in the car. All day went off and did something, and then Sunday was Mother's Day, so we went to see my brother and my sister-in-law and her parents and celebrated with them, and that was just a lot of activity for me. And I probably should have guessed that yesterday, Monday, would have been a rough day, but when I woke up, I was like, oh no. The day I was like, this day is shot. This day is shot. We're not doing anything. We're not getting anything done. Frustrating, but thankfully my schedule allows for a bit of that flexibility. So that is something to keep in mind with jobs, with things like that. I think the way that the world has worked out, a lot of jobs are becoming at least partially remote, which is honestly a great thing for us. It's a wonderful thing for us. It gives us that flexibility. So I know firsthand how frustrating this can be, especially if you've been feeling pretty good for a while, or maybe you have a new diagnosis and a flare of symptoms, and you're just suddenly going from getting all your stuff done to not being able to do much at all. I 100% understand that. It is just incredibly annoying, and it can be really hard too when you've got friends and family around you who want to do stuff and you're like, I've only got so much energy to expend, and you feel like you're just getting behind in taking care of your home or taking care of work or whatever you've got going on. I understand it 100%. I've really found that listening to my body has been the number one thing that helps. Trying to force your way through when you're already feeling kind of forcing yourself to do all the things, you're only delaying the inevitable. You are going to crash. You're going to have to rest anyway. Do it on your schedule, as close as you can at least. So when yesterday I woke up and I wanted to cry, I said, we're taking the day off. And I crawled back into bed at 10 a.m. and I slept until 1 p.m. And then I came downstairs, I ate, and I fell asleep again on the couch. It was a lot of sleep, but I knew that if I didn't do that yesterday, I probably wouldn't be here on YouTube today. So hopefully this video was at least encouraging to you, maybe made you think of something you can utilize in your life to feel like you are accomplishing more, and just remind yourself, you are doing twice the work that everybody else is doing. Your body is fighting itself while you are trying to accomplish all the things that you need to do. So you're working in overdrive here. And if anybody ever tries to put you down about that, you just say, my body is literally fighting itself while I am doing things. So, you know, yeah. Anyways, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any tips yourself for being productive, getting stuff done, please leave them in the comments below, and that way other patients can see them. But yes, I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.